too much. Chosen one, I don't ever get too far. Woo. And my mama said I'm special. If I don't trust you, shoot your metro. Future looking bright, nigga, got that glow. Professor X, nigga, all the gifts I show. My life like a movie shot off the hit show. Me and blessed hands make a bitch get low. James Willis, DJ CEO. Dave hit record, now we on beast mode. Let's go.
Hey, what's happening? Welcome back to the Hit Show podcast. I got a special guest tonight. I got Cleveland Showtime Holmes. What's going on? Yeah, Showtime got his own podcast. Tell us about your podcast, what you got going on.
I got a podcast called The Crosscast. You can catch it on any of your streaming apps, your favorite ones, you know, iTunes, Spotify, Google Podcasts, some other ones. Also, you can catch it on YouTube if you like the visual. I also got another project coming to YouTube soon. I started a couple years ago, Crossover TV. I'm gonna reboot that here in the next month or so. So be looking for that end of January, early February. Yeah. Well, we're gonna get it popping.
Definitely. I definitely watched a few of your clips on your page. One thing I noticed about your podcast, you remind me a lot of myself because you ain't scared to open your mouth. That's one thing I like about you. You're not like a nasty person the way you talk, but you hit key points on everything from, you know, being, you know, gender equality, social media. You talk about you have a wide range of different topics like we do, and you give your honest opinion, how you feel about it. You're not scared to say what you want to say.
Because I'm a very opinionated person, you know, but I guess at this stage in life, you know, I'm kind of I know how to deliver it in a way where it's like I'm not trying to offend people by giving them my thoughts, but I mean, if you get offended, and sometimes that shit happens, but
now
that's never my intention. And I feel like I tread lightly enough that I can tell you what I'm thinking. You can clearly tell my stance, but you can tell it's like a thought out stance. And I'm not so arrogant that my mind can't be changed about anything.
Right.
But most shit it won't.
But when you're an opinionated person, especially as a black man, and you're straightforward like myself, and you just tell how it is, you're gonna upset some people because they're not used to hearing that from us.
Yeah, it's a given, man.
Right.
Motherfuckers gonna be mad and whatever.
And the thing about it, we don't go online to piss people off. We go online to give information, have fun. But a lot of stuff we talk about that you've been on the show, you've been on our show. We was talking about cryptocurrency, micro robotics. I mean, we go in on politics. We go in on life and the future. We go in on everything, current events that's happening. You know, so I feel like with all the information we have today, we have the internet. You have a computer right here in your fingertips every day. So when we're on here, we're talking about things and we're being factual. Everything we saying, you can look up. So I feel like people shouldn't get offended. But I think when it's especially coming from black men and we're being honest and factual, people aren't used to hearing that.
Maybe not. Yeah, I've been a black man my whole life, so I'm used to hearing it. I had a black ass dad, some black ass brothers, black ass cousins. So I'm used to black men speaking their mind. So I'm gonna do what I know, you know. And if that's something that a consumer ain't with, watch something else. Listen to something else. You know, like you ain't gotta listen to me. Like we 2021. It's a million other things you can watch.
Jay-Z said that, I believe, a long time ago in his music. He said, if you don't like my music, just don't listen to it.
Hey, nothing. Pay me no mind.
Hey, you know, but let's get to this first topic. When I was watching your podcast, one thing I did notice. What's up, D. Paris, O. Jones? Appreciate you for logging in. Hey, when I come back to Kentucky, we're going to link up. And actually, I'm going to try to get you in the next couple weeks on here because I love your show. But thank you for tuning in. Cleveland, you were talking about social media trends on your show. Pretty much explaining on social media how people's brains are. People are so brainwashed into thinking a lot of times what people put on social media is real, and it's a lot of times people do it just for entertainment, but then they're trying to let their standards up to how this person is posting online with all his money and nice things, and then this girl has to be half naked, and the young guys when they do music video they have to have guns. And I remember you said this has to be messing up, especially the younger generations, their minds thinking they have to, when they go online, they have to do these things to get noticed.
Yeah, it's sick for real, man. Like when you really think about it, like kids are like depressed at an all-time high. Like when I was a kid, you couldn't pay me to be depressed. I ain't gonna fuck what was going on because I didn't know what the fuck else was going on. I knew what was going on in my world. Like we outside, we kicking it, we having fun. I'm playing games. Everything's cool, you know. But like nowadays, you got people with hella plastic surgery and shit, and we looking at this like this is beauty. Like you have the nerve to say natural picture, and it's got a filter on it. What the fuck is natural about that? That's not how you look.
Exactly.
Like, it's crazy. Or you thinking like these people living these lifestyles. Like, remember, I don't know if you remember this, like a couple years ago or something. Bow Wow got into some shit. He posted a picture like he was on a plane and shit, and this motherfucker in front of a picture or something, or like a window or some bullshit like that. Even these famous people is going through this shit. Like this shit, like that was just a big red flag right there. Like these famous motherfuckers ain't even getting it like that.
Right.
This nigga is faking.
The thing about that, even if he was faking, he's been there. So he's lived that life.
But obviously that wasn't in the budget that day. But you gonna fake us like that? Like, oh yeah, private jet. It's like, nigga, you.
I gotta pull up a comment from DeParis Jones speaking on what you're talking about. Thank you, brother DeParis O. Jones. He says, true, bro. They're always talking about depression and anxiety, and they haven't even paid a bill yet, talking about these children. That's crazy.
Yeah, when they see a bill, they might fucking jump off the house.
Yeah.
Like, it's sick for real, man. And it's all because they got this warped idea of reality, and it's not even what's going on. Like, I know people personally that you would think their life is great. You would think they get into it, they get money, and it's like, I know you. You're broke, and you ain't even happy.
Right.
I see you. Like I see you. But I ain't gonna put them out there. Like I ain't gonna jump on their page. Like, nigga, you ain't got it like that. Cause
why do you think people do that? They actually take the time out their day. If they're having, I can see if somebody, for example, isn't feeling the best, they're not having a good day, and they get dressed up, put a nice picture online to boost their confidence. But if they're doing the way you're doing it, meaning they're doing it all the time, they're living a double life. So online, they have a great life, but when they're not online, they have a miserable life. Why do you think people actually do that and create this fake facade that they're living this life?
It's a lot of psychology that they put into this social media shit.
Okay.
Those constant dings and notifications and the likes. Like, just think of like how good you feel when you do something and people are outside commenting you on it. Like, I mean, complimenting you on it. Like, oh, that's nice. They figured out how to put that into a little circle, and people just click it. Well, like now I got 60 likes. I don't even know 60 motherfuckers that I like.
Right. And then now, in their brain, they think, damn, next time I do it, I gotta have 200 likes.
Right. You like, I'm popping. Like, and that gets you to do, like, you know, it's people out here that's famous for doing dumb shit.
Yeah.
Like, let me shoot this firecracker out my ass.
But you know, but look, well, the thing is, if it's funny, you remember Jackass. I love Johnny Knoxville. They did some of the dumbest shit, but it was funny as hell.
Jackass was cool to me for a season. Then after I got a little older, I'm like, man, these niggas tripping. This dude stuck a car in his ass. I'm like, man, these niggas wild, man. It's like,
hey, but you get okay. Well, think about how
even that though. Steve-O, depressed, as fuck, on drugs. This dude wasn't happy. That's why he was doing that shit. He was like one of the wildest ones.
Right.
He wasn't happy. That shit don't make you happy. Like you got rich, but you were rich for doing some dumbass shit. Like you don't. So to us, how I'm supposed to take you serious after I just watched you do this for an hour and a half?
Right. Is he the one who stapled his balls? Which one was that?
Man, I forget which one. That shit crazy.
I love that show. They crazy. But you know, you never know what people's going through. You're right. We thought it was entertainment, and he was doing it probably to get away from reality.
Man, this dude fucked up, man. He fucked up. He huffing whippets and shit and getting drunk and just going crazy.
They do it all, shooting a midget 50 feet in the air and shit. They crazy.
Yeah, like it was something to watch, but it's like okay, I'm gonna watch it. I see you doing the dumb shit, but it's like, are you proud of that? Are you proud of what I know you for? Can you be proud of that?
And see, the thing is, me and you remember life before social media.
Right.
Like you said, as a kid, you didn't know what it was like being depressed. I remember growing up, and I've always been social, and I've always been social with most popular person, the least popular person. That's just how I am. Right. I remember certain kids, and I'm sure you remember because we went to the same middle school, but you remember certain kids who really didn't talk, who didn't interact with other kids. But now, even if they don't talk and interact with you at school, online, it gives them like a confidence level to talk to somebody. They might not say nothing to you, but when you get home, they're writing you messages and trying to FaceTime. And it gives them like a level of confidence.
Because it's like they're not in front of you.
Right. Because
it's like I'm being here social, but I'm not really where you're at. So it's like if I piss you off, you can't slap the shit out of me because I'm on the other end of the phone. Or you can't just turn and walk away from me while I'm talking to you, or ew, get away from me, loser. You can't do that to me over the internet. You know, You could say something, but it don't quite hit the same getting rejected over online as it do in person.
So let's talk about some of the positive stuff online with social media trending. I'll start with one of the biggest things I see with social media trending, the positive stuff, is the business pages. Everybody does something, whether you're doing hair, real estate, if you're doing credit repair, if you're doing podcast. I like the trend of the positivity of, okay, I do something, I cut hair, or I dance, or I do something. I'm a chef, and I want to show my skills. I think that's the positive part of the social media trending, where if I have something positive I can bring, I'm going to put this online and show people my skill and what I like to do.
Yeah, no, definitely. From a business standpoint, social media, I can reach more people for cheaper on social media than I can outside on the street.
Exactly.
Where it's like, okay, for the price of a sign on the front of a building, I can market my service or my product to 1 million people.
Right.
Where 1 million people ain't gonna ride past that sign.
And you're losing time. That's the biggest thing about marketing and business is time. Social media cuts out the time to where you can blast it to 1 million people. You go through a service, you can blast it to 1 million people, pay them, and you can go to sleep. Rather, back in the day, if you wanted to reach 1 million people, you had to go outside and reach them. So also with social media, trending and promote your business, you save time and you save a lot of money.
True, but I'm still a fan of face-to-face selling. Like if I'm selling something, I prefer that face-to-face because you can't recreate that.
Right.
That if I'm a salesman, my forte is selling stuff. It's not necessarily the product. It's me selling it to you.
Exactly. And the biggest thing about sales, because I worked in sales, you're not even selling the product, you're selling yourself, because people have to like you to buy something from you. So if they like you, they'll buy whatever. I don't care what you're selling.
Or even if they don't like you, they gotta believe you.
You gotta have
I gotta make you believe that you need this thing I have right here.
Exactly.
That your life will be different if I give you this.
Exactly. If
Where on social media, you just kind of, okay, say I make an ad and I blast it. It's just an ad.
Exactly.
I mean, you still go reach more people, but
they might just scroll past it because they see.
I'm the king of scrolling past some shit. Especially because I got a business mind. I know what the fuck I'm looking at.
Right.
I scroll past it just because it's an ad.
Find it, you know if it's legit or some bullshit.
Man, it's like maybe I'm a hater. I don't know. I don't know.
If you are, at least you admit it.
I didn't get on social media to get sold anything.
I got you.
I got on there to be social and really for me to sell shit. I do stuff like hell. When I was throwing the music shows, I would get on there to promote them. When I was doing the internet radio thing, I'm on there to promote that. Gotcha. That was the whole reason I ever made an Instagram.
Okay.
My Instagram ain't shit. You know, my Facebook go way harder than my Instagram. But Instagram, I realize I'm nowadays I see the benefit of Instagram. Instagram is strictly for selling, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, because it's about that link in your bio. Everybody they'll promote 20 seconds. Hey, link in bio, link in bio, link in bio. You go to the link in the bio, click it, and see what this says.
Oh, I had the fucking IG for a couple years. I just learned what link in the bio means like 6 months ago. I had no idea what they were talking about. I would see it all the time, and I was clueless. I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about?
It's not like Facebook where you can post and put a link. You actually could only put links in the bio, so you have to actually type link in bio for them to go to it. So,
and see, you got it. Some dumb nigga like me, I didn't do it. So people been saying link in bio, and I ain't been to nobody's bio.
That's funny. At least you admit it. That's some funny stuff. But also on your show, I remember you were talking about gender equality for genders. This is a good topic because people, you know, I'm not scared. You already know I'm not scared. But I do believe in equality for everybody. Gender, races, colors. If you're a human being, you should be treated like the next person. I believe that.
Right.
I don't care if you're gay, straight, bisexual. Everybody should be treated equally. Now,
true.
The problem is a lot of times we notice with the LGBTQ community, they want, you know, their rights just like everybody else, but it's like they kind of demand their rights and they get it. Not taking nothing away from them because they're an organization and they're structured.
Right.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
But I feel like with them, they're structured and organized enough and unified enough. That's why they get shit done. That's my personal opinion. People might not like it.
No, that's true. That's true.
That's how they get shit done.
They're definitely organized. They come together on some shit. They don't got as much of a crab in a barrel thing as other groups. For example, ours. But
you can't put us together in a room and us to agree on something.
Right. See, my like, I believe that they should have every right. I don't think people should shun them for what they want to do.
Right.
Or nothing like that, because at the end of the day, that's their choice. If they want to love the same gender as them, do that. Like, do that. Who am I to tell you what love looks like?
Exactly.
I live by my damn self. So obviously I suck at love. You know what I'm saying? Or I still need some work. You know. So I can't tell nobody what loves look like.
Right.
But you know, when it comes to things like, okay, if this guy identifies as a woman,
do
what you want to do.
Right.
You cannot force me to call you a woman. My mother is a woman and she never had a dick.
Right.
So like I can call you whatever to you. I don't like it. I don't like that aspect because it's confusing.
To us, it's a little uncomfortable.
It's weird because I can't call you my mother.
Right.
You're not the same as her.
Right. Okay. Understood.
I can call you a transgender woman. I can call you that.
Right.
I don't mind. I'm not gonna treat you no different.
Right.
You a person just like me.
Exactly.
And I have no problem calling you a transgender woman. But now I'm not gonna call you a woman.
Got you. It's kind of uncomfortable.
And you reserve the right to be upset with me about that. And if we can't come to agreement on that, we don't have to speak. I'm okay with that. But and even if we don't come to terms on what we gonna call each other, we don't have to agree, and I don't have to hate you for it either.
Exactly.
Because I'm not gonna hate you because you don't like the fact that I call you a transgender woman instead of a woman. But then I'm supposed to call a natural woman a cis woman. Like, why do I gotta call you something else after you've been a woman your whole life?
Exactly.
It's not fair. It's not fair to them.
And I think what a lot of people in the trans community have to understand is that it's hard for regular straight people just to accept it and call you something else when we know you're naturally a man or a woman and then you change it. So for us, it's not comfortable calling, like, for example, it'd be hard for me to call a grown man Mrs. and then your name, say your name is Larry. I got to go call you Mrs. Larry. It's kind of uncomfortable because
Mrs. Larry.
we weren't taught that, like growing up. Like, so it's a transition for us to get used to because people do want to change what they want to change, but you have to understand everybody else might not be so quick to be able to adapt to it.
It's like if I fill out a job application and I'm like, you know what, I identify as Chinese. And I mark that on there, I'm gonna come to that interview and I'm not gonna get that job. They're gonna be like, why you say you was Chinese?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like, that's how I feel.
Well, you can't change your race, but you can change your sex. If we could change our race, I would change my race when I go to the bank, get pulled over by the police. When I apply for a loan, I change my race to a white man.
Right, I would too. But look, and you know what? And you know, I want to backtrack because I don't want to try to make the correlation between race and
I'm just talking
sexual preference because they're not the same to me, and I hate when people
mix them
the two because they're not the same thing.
Right.
One, it's like you can tell me you don't have a choice. We're born like this. You can say that, but it's like you could hide that. If I was a gay person and I decided I wanted to fake straight, you wouldn't be able to tell.
Right.
I can't fake white.
Right.
I'm dark as fuck. Like I can't fake that.
If we could, we get out of a lot of situations.
Yeah. You know, my record be clean. But but like is. And it's even crazier. Like, okay, they're like, I identify as a woman, and you still have a dick. So it's like you didn't even spend the bread to chop the motherfucker up.
But even if you do, your DNA, you're still
a man.
Yeah, naturally. So
yeah, because it's more to a woman being a woman than what she wears, how she wears her hair, her having makeup on, and the absence of a dick. That's not the only shit that makes her a woman.
A woman, plus a woman is totally different than men. Like they're very emotional. The way they think and talk is totally different. So, like you said, just because you change body parts doesn't make you a woman. It's
babies grow in their stomachs.
Exactly. Like
they give birth.
They have periods. So I mean,
you know what I mean? They can lactate. A baby can feed off of them.
Exactly.
shit like that. They come with one less rib than we do, or
Exactly.
one more than we do, or whatever. It's differences there.
Right.
If you take the strongest man on the planet and you take the strongest woman on the planet, the man's going to be stronger.
Of course.
Like that's nature. That's the way of it.
Brought that up. We got a comment from the Paris O. Jones. I'm glad you said that. This is what he said. So what about trans people in sports?
Man, keep them niggas away from my nieces when she playing volleyball or basketball or whatever it is my niece is playing. Get them niggas out of there. I don't want this nigga dropping 50 on my niece while she's trying to hoop with girls.
Hitting the fadeaway, hitting the Steph Curry on their ass and dunking on
posting her up and everything, dunking on her and shit.
Now,
I don't want that.
I understand. I think, because I have daughters. What I did notice, I was looking online, they did allow some trans women, boys that changed to girls, compete with girls. But the issue is that, especially in high school, a lot of these girls are competing to go to college to get scholarships. How can they physically outbeat a natural boy, and they're trying to get a scholarship to go to college? I think that part is very unfair.
Yeah, Doug is out there fucking Daphne up.
Right.
And like it ain't gonna work.
I
It's
think
not
they should
cool.
have
It's not fair.
I'm not saying they shouldn't participate, but certain things like boxing, wrestling, certain shit you shouldn't be. For one, should no boy be beating up on no girl. Period.
Right. And it's like, why you wouldn't just go compete with the guys? Oh, I feel like a woman, so I'm gonna go compete over here.
Right.
Like, no, go compete with the dudes. You can still feel like a woman. You know what I mean?
So you think they should have their own league, like a trans league, where it's just all?
No.
You don't think so?
No. You just be a gay nigga that play against niggas.
But what about the ones that changed fully trans and want to still compete in sports? Shouldn't they have their own sports league?
Then you need to play against the men or don't play.
They got to make it fair. We talk about gender equality. We try to make it equal, right?
It's equal. You still playing with us. I don't look. When it comes to sports, that's all subjective. Don't nobody need to be in a league to feel accepted.
Okay.
You choosing that. So it's rules in this. Don't be bending the rules because this person don't want a dick no more.
Well, let me ask you this, because since we're talking about the genders, I was talking to a friend online about this. And as a man, if you do certain things to a woman, like try to roofie her, if you mishandle her during sex or anything, you get a rape case, sexual assault. What do you feel about, like, say, the transgender people who trick people and don't let them know, hey, I'm really a man?
That should be rape.
Okay.
They should get in trouble for that.
Because I feel like if you're going to mess with somebody, you should be honest. So say, for example, somebody you meet, they say, hey, I got HIV, and they told you, or I have an STD, something's not right with my body. At least they're telling you something's not right.
Yeah, and you decide if you want to dive in that or not.
Exactly, it's your choice. I think that's how everybody should be, especially
Bro,
if
you know how pissed I would be. I'm in the club having a good old time, getting twerked on and everything. Yeah. Say I'm really feeling it this night, so now I'm kissing in this bitch. Yeah. I get you home and you got a dick?
And nigga done turned you all the way on there.
Bro, you not making it home. You not making it home. You gotta go.
Nigga done turned you all the way on.
I can't imagine I wouldn't notice. Look, I can't imagine I wouldn't notice. But who's to say? In my head, I can't ever see that happening to me. But what if it did? Like, just for the sake of us having this conversation. Like, if it did, I would not be okay. I would not be okay, and they wouldn't be okay either. I would get extremely violent.
Well, maybe they should to make it fair. I don't know because I don't follow them. I'm not talking about them, but maybe if you change something on your body, anybody, man, woman, whatever, if you change something like that, just like we have to carry ID, it's law for us to carry ID. You should carry a card that says this what how I was born. And this is who I am. I'm not trying to be funny.
I used to have a dick card.
Identify yourself. I was born naturally a man, but now I'm a woman. I think you should have to identify yourself because
on IDs, if you identify as a woman, can you put that?
I'm saying for them though, if I go and say, "Hey, I want to change who I am," I should on my ID it should say I was born a man, but this is what I am now. So
right.
you know.
But I'm thinking like say on your state ID. Okay, say tomorrow I decide.
It says male or female. It says male. Mine says male.
Yeah, but I'm thinking like what if tomorrow I decided I wanted to be Clevelanda?
Well, this the thing.
Can I put female on it?
I don't know, but this the thing. If you go through the full process and go to the doctor, okay, they should have to give you some type of paperwork to go to the license bureau and get that change on your license. They should have that.
But look, maybe you can't change that to license bureau. That's something we're gonna have to look into because what
they're letting people, they're letting kids change their sex. They should, if they're letting you change body parts, they should let you go ahead and change that on your paperwork. Who I used to be and who I am. That's only fair. Because think about it like this. Think about if a trans person tricked the wrong person, they end up dead. All they had to do was tell them, and they might accept it or they might have went about their way. So you also,
like, is it like a crime of passion where you could like plead insanity and get off of that shit?
I don't know, probably, but you got to think about the next person. We're talking about gender equality because it's the thing. The transgenders want to be treated like everybody else, which they have the right because they're human. But also at the same time, you should have the respect for another person and not try to.
I'm not allowed to trick people into having sex with me.
I mean, because if me and
so
you
they shouldn't be
out here, if me and you go out here and roofie some girls at the bar, we going to jail. We didn't trick them into sex. So it's the same thing. It should be fair for everybody. It should be equal for everybody. There's certain we're not allowed to do certain stuff and feel like they shouldn't either.
Yeah, because like doing that's essentially blindfolding me and having sex with me, and I'm thinking you somebody else.
Pretty much.
It's mad weird, bro.
It is, but that's the way the world is changing. But at the same time, make it fair. Like you said on your show, gender equality. We all should, if we're all going to be equal, make it equal, make it fair for everybody. Simple and plain. We're all human. We all have feelings. We all have. This is America. You can be whoever you want to be when you want to be. This is the land of the free, home of the brave. But make it fair for everybody. It should be equal for everybody. That's how I feel about it. Even though the world doesn't work like that, that's how I feel about it.
And like for real, I guess like maybe if I spent time around a transgender person, maybe I could call them a her. Maybe it's just uncomfortable to me because I'm not used to it.
That's what I'm saying.
But at the same time, no, because it's not fair to natural women that I gotta call you the same thing as her.
I went to the casino 3 months ago, and it was a transgender woman cashed me out, and the name said, I think Rick or something like that, or something. I said like, thank you, Rick, and then he went to the whole spiel. No, my name is now identify as Mrs. Such and Such. That's what you want to call. Can you call me that? But you should say
Rick.
I know, and I was like, well, I'm not no disrespect, but I'm not used to calling a man Mrs. I'm 36. When I was growing up, we didn't have that. So I'm sorry, brother. I can't call you Mrs. because you 3 times my size. You look like a man. I can't call you Mrs. I wasn't trying to disrespect you, but at the same time, you can't just expect us to adjust to that like that just that quickly.
And it's like, look. Maybe I ain't got to call you a title. Like maybe you want to be called Rakisha. I can call you that.
I don't think so. This dude look like he could play for the Browns.
A name is a name. I can call you a name. I can call you a name. But now Now, as far as me
Wait a
saying,
minute. Can I pull up this? Let me pull up this comment. This guy, the parents, you on the show next week. Me, you, and Cleveland gonna do a show. This is my dude down in Kentucky. Us three next week doing the show because this dude's wild. He wild, man. He all in the comments right now. He crazy, but go ahead.
like just, I don't know. I feel like it's a slight to my mother, you know.
Yeah. You know, and I'm glad you said that because the real women out here that go through so much, I have a level of respect of women. When Bruce Jenner, I had to be honest, Bruce Jenner won that Woman of the Year. I thought it was
Disgusting.
The real natural women. Think about all the single
Man, that
mothers.
was a slap in the face to every woman that was nominated for whatever the fuck award that was.
Think about all the women who fought for women's rights. Women became business owners. Women became politicians. I mean, women nowadays, man, most the entrepreneurs are women. They've evolved so much into the working world today that a lot of them should have been, you know.
Yeah, they like this nigga better than you.
like what type of shit is that?
And don't he still fuck bitches?
I don't know. I don't know what he do in his personal life.
Women, my bad, not bitches. Women. I forget we recording this.
Like, they could at least gave it to like Michelle Obama. Like I love it. You know, she goes into school.
They could have gave it to any woman. He wasn't even a woman for a whole year before he won that. Like these women been women their whole lives. This dude just turned into a woman and then got Woman of the Year.
He was in the Olympics killing niggas. He was killing
As
niggas.
a man, in the Olympics as a man, and then get Woman of the Year.
He was nigga. What he on the Wheaties box?
Yeah, man, that shit wild. They ain't have to give him that. They ain't
He
have
was.
at least it should be like a time limit. Like you at least gotta be a woman for like 30 years before you.
He didn't even smell like a woman yet. So that nigga still musty.
Yeah, he still got his dick. Like he still has a dick.
Oh hell no!
To this day, he still has a dick.
You know they're gonna fry us when this video goes.
Oh man, it's over with. Hey, look, and then I done plugged my shit. I'm about to get canceled too.
They about to cancel our ass with this shit. They gonna kill. I don't give a damn. If this is the last time y'all see me online, guess what? You know we didn't keep it real with you, but we ain't.
Time to save face. I will never treat someone like they're not a person.
Yeah.
I don't care what they identify as, whatever they do. Exactly. The only way I'm going to be disrespectful to you is if you're disrespectful to me.
But let me ask you this, because I grew up watching comedy. Okay, you know me, I write skits. What bothers me, this is what bothers me. Now they're trying to cancel comedians when they're making jokes about gay people, trans people. This is my thing, though. We even had Donald Trump make fun of a handicapped man. So as a comedian, you're allowed to make fun of fat people. You're allowed to make fun of mentally challenged people who didn't choose to be mentally challenged. You can make fun of children. You can make fun of people with health issues. You can make fun of black people who were enslaved for 400 years that still getting their ass kicked. And nobody says nothing.
Make fun of Asians, Mexicans.
The black comics will talk about white people for 3 hours. The white people laugh, take pictures, and go home.
Yep.
But you cannot make a joke about somebody who chose to be a different person, male or female. You can't talk about somebody who made a choice. See, me and you didn't choose to be black. Those mentally challenged people didn't choose to be mentally challenged.
Right.
White people didn't choose to be white.
Right.
But we can make fun of them. But the person who changes their gender, we're not allowed to make a joke about it.
Right. And where's the equality in that?
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. We got to make it fair for everybody. So if the comedians can't make jokes about transgenders, then you can't talk shit about black people, white people, fat people, skinny people, mentally challenged people, people that are short, people that are too tall, people that are too big.
They should quit the short jokes. No.
I'm saying though, I mean, the world, the United States, the world's getting too sensitive to where, you know, the First Amendment says freedom of speech. There's no gray area in that. It's freedom of speech. I can say what I want to say. That's in the United States Constitution. So a comedian even can't say what they want to say now without being trying to get canceled or being bashed about making a joke. Like this world is crazy, you know?
Yeah, and just for the record, I know gay people.
Right.
I love. There's gay people in my life that I love.
Me, same here, man. Wonderful.
You know, so I'm not some gay bashing motherfucker or no trans bashing motherfucker.
Exactly.
Do what you do, but I don't have to participate the way that you want me to. You can't make me do something I don't want to do, just like I can't make them do something they don't want to do.
Exactly.
Because if that was the case, I had a girl one time. Okay, we was talking on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Chick like, if you wouldn't want a gay son, you're homophobic. Why the fuck would I want a gay son? I barely want him to be black. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you don't understand, like, as a man, we're aggressive. We're very prideful.
What the fuck do I know about raising a gay son?
Exactly, me either. But you know what? Women don't understand your perspective as a man.
Like, I wouldn't, if my son came to me tomorrow and was like, Dad, I'm gay, I wouldn't stop loving him. I wouldn't care about him less. I wouldn't talk to him less. I would deal with it. But at the same time, like, that's not what I would want. I don't want my son to sell crack either.
Right, exactly.
But if he did, I wouldn't hate him for it.
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean? I don't want my son to be a fucking fighter pilot.
See, the thing is, the biggest thing people, especially women, don't understand as a man, when you talk to your son, we take pride and talk to our son about women. They don't understand that. That's the biggest thing as a man. When you're talking to your son, you're teaching them how to talk to girls, how to be a man. They don't understand that part of it. Like, that's a blind.
Like, I don't hate cops. I don't want my son to be a cop either.
Right, because it's such
a dangerous job. Why would I want my son to intentionally go into adversity? Why would I want that? Who wants it?
The thing is, with being a cop, I have a friend of mine, man. We grew up together. We slept in the same bed. One of the best people I ever met, and he's a cop. And I'd be worried. I'd be worried about him. I'd be like, I know him personally. He's not out there trying to get people, and he's a minister. So he's out there. He's just doing his job. He's not trying to. He's not trying to lock you up. He's not trying to hurt you.
I know the job is dangerous.
Exactly.
It's a dangerous job. I'm not one of those, like, you know, hey, when I was in the streets, it's fuck the police because y'all gonna arrest me. But
exactly.
At this age, I ain't doing nothing outside. I don't give a damn if it's a cop. As long as that motherfucker ain't harassing me for no reason, do your thing. Because at the end of the day, your presence is keeping some nigga from knocking my mom in the head and taking her purse. Because he's scared he's going to go to jail.
Exactly. And I'm glad you brought that up, speaking about the police, because that's what I put in more. I don't know if you have Amazon, but I got to send you some links. On Amazon, they got so many bad cop movies right now. But you know the crazy part is all the cops are black.
Ain't that about a bitch?
But they're good movies. I'm not going to lie to you. They some dirty-ass cops. They street niggas, but they cops. And they be setting niggas up, robbing niggas, selling dope. And I wanted to talk about this a little bit on the next one, but what are they trying to tell us with these movies, showing all these bad black cops? What about the other cops, the Asian and Hispanic and the white cops that are bad? You know, why is it so many movies with just the black cops that are dirty?
You already know what they doing. You see what the picture that's getting painted.
Yeah, I was reeling you in. Okay.
you already see the picture that's painted. Because why is it at such a high clip that you noticed all the cops was black?
That's the first thing I noticed.
Like, why? That means it's too many.
Why can't it be in the black cop movies that the black cops are out there protecting their neighborhoods? Not just our neighborhoods, but everybody, and just doing a good job as an officer.
And this about to lightweight be fucked up. But in my experience with black cops, I done met some asshole black cops.
Oh yeah.
I was out in, what was it, North Randall, out there by Randall Park Mall one day. I used to live over in that area. I'm going to work one night. I was working at FedEx. Okay. I'm going to get on the freeway. I get pulled over. I'm in my baby mom's car. I get pulled over. My work badge is hanging in the mirror. It's a empty purse in the back seat because she had switched purses for whatever reason. Mm-hmm. The black cop lightweight pressing me though, like, whose car is this? It's my girl. Like, where is she? She at the house. Well, call her. Like, man, what are you talking about, bruh? Like, is this car reported stolen?
Right.
I got a fucking work badge hanging on the mirror. Like,
so you stole the car and then you put your work badge on the mirror going to work.
And the car ain't reported stolen.
Oh, hell no.
He like bugging. Why is it a purse in the back seat? Like, man, what the fuck? I'm glad the white cop was there.
Right.
Because he was on some cool shit.
But you know what's bad? And I talked to a friend about this. And I got to be totally honest. If I had a choice to get pulled over by a black cop or white cop, I'm taking the white cop. My personal experience, because I give them everything they want. I start cracking jokes. They lighten up. If I get a ticket, I get a ticket. I don't argue with them if I'm in the wrong. The black cops, them niggas have attitudes with you. They damn near want to fight you. And they just be so fucked up in the head like, nigga, what is your fucking problem? If you having that bad of a day, you don't like your job, go work somewhere else. Because I ain't got to kiss your ass because you in the uniform.
Right. I done ran into some dickhead black cops. So, but I know some personally, and I know that's not their MO. I never got pulled over by them. But yeah. So it's like, shit, maybe bro out here fucking niggas over too. I don't know.
But all the black cops aren't bad. It's just like when people talk about the cops are bad, most of the cops really aren't bad. It's just a few of them that make them look bad.
Most cops are not bad. That's something that I've noticed in my life because I've had a lot of run-in with police.
I got to bring up another cop, bro. This dude's crazy. Let me bring this up real quick. A cop was trying to smash a girl. Oh, man. This nigga wild. But you know what? I'm glad he brought that up too. You know, a lot of times I've heard stories from females I know. Like, you know, what cop pulled me over and, you know, I showed him my titties, he let me go. I'm like, that's some bullshit.
She wasn't in the car.
But I'm saying women that then got pulled over.
Yeah. I mean, if I was a cop, I don't know.
See, that's when that dirty side come out. That's that dirty shit. You ain't supposed to do that.
Cop, so I'm allowed to think like this.
If you was a cop and you pulled over a girl, you know, you're supposed to treat her like everybody else. We talk about equality today, right? It's supposed to be equal for everybody.
I'm not a cop. So if I like you, I might be nicer to you.
But back to what we was talking about, I've had that experience too with black cops where they're already irate, aggressive. And then I've had experience with white cops where they were a lot more calmer.
Yeah, and I done had some white cops be on some bullshit with me.
Yeah. But just
more times than not, they were not on bullshit. And it was usually directly related to how I reacted.
Mm.
Like it normally when I get in the situation with a cop, I'm normally calm, cool. I'm not presenting a threat to them. Right? Right. I'm trying to get this meeting over quickly.
That's what I would be.
And I know if I'm fucking off, so I know if I'm about to go to jail.
Right.
I know what I do. I know what I'm doing. I know what I did.
Right. Exactly.
So it ain't never really a surprise.
You already know when they pulled over. Yeah, I probably will be going tonight. You already know. One of them
I'm fucked up. I'm drunk as shit. Yeah, I'm probably about to get this OVI.
Not to toot my own horn. Every time I've got pulled over drunk and I'm cracking jokes, they always let me go home. I don't know.
I don't went home a lot of times, but I done not went home.
I've never been to jail driving drunk. I've been pulled over at least 10 times. Never been to jail. Never been.
I shouldn't have to worry about that ever again because I don't drink no more. So
me either. I don't drink it. I drink, but I don't drink and drive no more. I quit.
I don't drink. Period. I don't drink and sit. I don't drink and drive. I don't drink and nothing.
But I think that when those cops, those black cops, are really irate like that, I know they have to take certain classes and stuff. Because when I was working for the city bus line here, we had to take classes with the transit police, which was RTAs, their own police. And they had to teach us how to, like, de-escalate people if their, tone was really high. And they were teaching us different things. So they go through certain training, but they don't use it once they get out there. Like,
and they don't go through enough training for the type of power and control that they have. They don't go through enough training. Like, this guy is walking around with a gun on his hip. Right. This motherfucker should be mentally stable and everything, and he should have plenty of tests to prove that.
And you know what? I'm glad you said it, because it's like some of them, once they get that badge and gun, they're on a high horse, and they feel like they're above the law.
Yeah, and it's like, just imagine if I was some loser that had resentment towards a certain type of person. Like, this motherfucker looks like a jock. The jocks used to stuff me in a locker back in school.
Right. The school nerd. He used to get picked on.
Yeah, so now I see this guy. He looks like a jock. He's with the chick I think looks like a cheerleader. These motherfuckers ain't even jocks or cheerleaders. Neither one of them was that. But you look like that. You fit that mold. So now I'm going to be an asshole to you. I'm going to pull you over. I'm going to go out my way to fuck up your night because I'm some insecure loser.
So let me ask you, when that happens to us, right? And I know most people don't want to do this because they're really upset. When they're mistreated by the police, you can't go file a report. Most people are too upset to go down there and talk, but at least go document that it happened. I know personally, me, if I'm mistreated by anybody, I'm ready to kick you behind. You know me, I'm probably one of the most nice social people you ever met. But once you make me mad purposely, what I'm about to give you, you didn't earn what I'm about to give you.
Yeah.
And most of us aren't going to go file a report and document and say, hey, this person is not, like you said, mentally stable. They need to be checked out. Maybe they should be on the street. Maybe they should be on desk report. Because we need the people out here that's going to be out here to protect and serve, not out here hurting people and picking on people.
Like being a cop should be a super high profile job.
You're right, man, because it's not for everybody, and it is dangerous. And I'm not taking nothing away from the cops, because when they get up in the morning, they might not come back home. You have to think what they're dealing with also at the same time. Think about it, how sometimes we've been pulled over and how ignorant we get with them before they get ignorant with us. Think about going through that 8 hours a day all the time. And this last time I get out the car, I'm ready to go home, and I'm already mad coming to you, even though you ain't did nothing.
Yeah,
so
I got a homeboy that you probably know him too. I ain't gonna say his name just because it's public, but anytime he get a dealing with the cop, he turn the fuck up. And you're a big dude. So of course they like, we about to handcuff you and slam you on the ground because you too big to be yelling at us like this. These niggas scared.
But how you
6'3", 275 type shit? Like,
But if you 6'3", 275, and I have a gun and a baton and backup, I'm not gonna be scared of you.
Right, but listen to what you just said. You already thinking I got this gun.
Right. But I don't care. 75.
You don't want to shoot this nigga. That's the idea is to not have to shoot him.
Right. Or even if you got to tase him. But they don't even use the taser.
See, like instantly, that's where your mind go. Like, okay, this big ass dude, I got this gun on me.
Do you remember
this big ass?
You probably remember 10 to 15 years ago when tasers got popular and normal people like us start carrying them. Remember how they got popular?
Yeah.
Everybody started carrying them. I remember when police, you didn't have to worry about getting shot. You had to worry about getting tased. Now they don't even use the damn taser. They don't even use the shit no more. They just shoot you. They don't even tase you.
I got tased before by the police.
I see, I've never been, but see, I don't get irate with them either.
I was drunk. I was trying to run. I took off and that nigga shot me with it.
Oh well, that was
I woke up in jail. I didn't.
That was your fault on that one.
I don't think so. I think they kicked my ass because it was a long night, but whatever. It's a long night. I wasn't doing shit right that night. I'll say that much.
Yeah, well, at least you admit it, because it sounds like you caused that.
I wasn't doing nothing right that night. I was with all the shit.
If I'm a cop and I got a taser and you trying to run from me and you look like you in shape, I'm probably not gonna run after you. I'm gonna tase you. Just to be honest. I don't need, if I'm gonna run and no, I can't catch you, I'll just probably tase you. I gotta be honest.
That ain't really fair. It depends on why you running. See, I was running, but I had already, like, y'all know y'all about to arrest me.
Right.
So I don't think they should have tased me. I think they should have tried to catch me, but whatever.
Nah, they ain't about to chase.
But it's like say if a cop just pull up to the scene, I just take off running. You can't tase me.
Yeah.
Cause it's like, why are you tasing me? Cause I'm running?
Got you.
That's not cool. I should have to be a threat, or I need to have already done something that you know for a fact I did before you can use any type of force on me.
But we gotta continue this next week. We're gonna bring the Paris O. Jones next week. We're gonna talk about some more stuff. And I'm gonna send you some of those movie clips so we can talk about the bad cop movies, all black.
Now you gonna have to send me your Amazon login too, because I ain't got that shit.
You gotta watch it, man. They good too. What's funny is one of the guys in one of the movies, he is from Painesville.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. All right. Yeah, you'll see it. A lot of the movies now and Amazon black movies have been filmed in Cleveland and Akron, so a lot of people you'll recognize.
All right.
You might see me in one of them. You never know. But all right, I'll holler at you next week.
All right, bro.
All right, appreciate you.
Good show.